it's Carolyn Zook here with CZX Stitch, and today is Sunday, March 20th, 2022. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here, spending part of your day or your evening with me. Thanks for stopping by. And first, before we get into anything, I want to wish Sheila from Sunshine Stitchers a very, very happy birthday. Today is her 29th birthday, I believe. So happy birthday, Sheila, and I wish you a wonderful year ahead. So let's get into it. So I was not here. Normally I upload on Saturdays, as you know. I was busy having fun yesterday. A friend of mine took me out to brunch for my birthday, which is coming up on Tuesday, the 22nd of March. So I did that, and then I went to Acorns, which of course I'll talk about maybe during haul. And then another friend of mine had, her and her husband had me over for a birthday dinner. So it was really, really fun. The friend that had me over for dinner, you know, just with the pandemic and everything, we used to work together at my old job, and we just haven't, of course, they live in town, so we're able to keep in touch, you know, over text and phone calls and all that, but we really haven't been able to get together because of the pandemic. So it was really, really fun to get to see her and finally meet her husband and see their beautiful home and all of that. So it's been really fun. And then Friday night, I had another friend's birthday, not for my birthday, but we went to a wine lounge in town. So I have been partying it up. And today I am staying home. I might leave to get some groceries. But otherwise, I've been staying home today and tomorrow, and I'm loving it. I am officially on spring break. I took the week off. So I'm hoping to get a lot of work done around the house. So that is my week ahead, which I'm really looking forward to. Some naps. And yeah, just the house is a disaster, and I'm still working on unpacking from when I moved last June. So there you go. Life is busy, but it's all good. I want to thank everyone. I'm not completely done responding to comments. I've responded to a lot of them from last week's video, but thank you everyone for the wonderful wishes for my new part-time job at Acorns and Threads. It really is a dream. All of you were like, that sounds so fun. That's like a dream job. And it really is. It's so much fun. The people that work there are wonderful. And I get to help customers find projects. I get to enable people in real life. So that's very fun. And if you live in the area, you know, shoot me a message and I can let you know when I'm going to be working next. You can stop in and I can help you find some goodies. So thank you again, everyone, for all your wonderful comments about that. A couple other comments. So Katie asked me, where do you get all your project bags from? And she specifically said the ones with the flap, like the envelope style with the Velcro. So I just grabbed one here because they're all over the place. These bags, Katie, I get from Garon Toten Bags. They are beautifully made bags. This is the 12 by 13, which I love. The 12 by 13 is my favorite size. I have an 11 by 11 Q-snap in there. I don't know, the Velcro almost closes. It closes pretty well depending on how thick your fabric is. I have some other ones where there's a lot of floss, and the fabric's pretty thick, so I can't quite close it. So this is an example. This is my Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. I use these book sleeves to store a bunch of the floss. So maybe without that, it would close a little bit better. But for the most part, the 12 by 13 will hold your 11 by 11 or smaller Q-snap. I also have a couple of their bigger, this is the 12 by 18, I think. And I put my Hades in these because the Hades are an 11 by 17 inch Q-snaps. And you can see this one has a lot of extra fabric, so it's not closing quite perfectly, but that's just because the fabric is so thick in that particular project. So I will link them down below. The way they work, so you'll want to do two things. So they have a website called garonstitchery.com, which I'll link down below. And you could go there. They probably have some bags still there. They have some bags state bags. So each, not all of the states, but they have some. I think there's New Jersey is left. I don't know what all is left. And then about once a month, they will do a bag sale on their website. But they announce when the bag sale is happening on their Facebook page. So it's best if you join their Facebook page, because then you'll get the notification. They'll say on such and such date, we'll be having a bag sale. They're always on Saturdays. I think they're always at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And the Friday night before, they will post pictures. You can't buy anything yet, but they will post pictures of which bags they will have for sale, so you can get an idea and go in and grab what you want. And it is one of those that you'll want to be there right at the time and grab what you want. There are bags left over at the end, but if you really have your heart set on one, I would recommend going there right at 2 p.m. Eastern time and being really, really quick about it. I love their bags. I mean, I love them. Gary and Ronnie are wonderful humans. Well-constructed bags. They have matching grind guards. They have a smaller bag. Let me see. Let me show you in another bag. I have so many of their bags. So this is the mini. It's called the mini bag. I don't know the size of it. 6 by 9, maybe? About. So it's a mini bag. So if you have a really tiny project, it would fit in here. I like these for when I'm working on a project. So here's my main bag, and then I get the matching mini bag, and I put like leftover, like additional skeins of floss in here or anything. Maybe there's some Kryneck or beads or something. So that's what I use the mini bags for mostly. So you can get those two if you want. Or they're good for like small projects. So I hope that helps. I'll link their Facebook page and their shop down below. So have fun. I don't know when their next bag sale is. Probably in April. I know they've been very busy with market pre-orders and all of that this month. So I think they'll do one probably in April. So go join their Facebook page and they'll announce it when they have it. The other question or really comment I got was from Holly. So last week I showed my tablet pillow pad that I use. I just got it from Amazon for my tablet when I use Pattern Keeper. I love it. It works great. It's two-sided. It even has a pocket in here. It is linked in my Amazon shop, which the link is always down below, so if you're interested in this. But Holly also pointed out that she has one of these tablet pillows. I don't know if it's exactly the same one, but a very similar one that she got at Joann's. So Joann's is also an option if you have one near you. And she was able to use her 40 or 50% off coupon on that. So that's another great tip. So thank you, Holly, for letting us know that you can also get them at Joann's. I haven't seen them at my Joann's, but of course I wasn't looking for them either. So, check out your Joann's too if you want, and then maybe you can save a little bit of money. I think this was about $20 on Amazon. I don't know how much they are at Joann's. So let's get into WIP. So I haven't stitched the past 2 evenings, so I'm a little behind on my goals for this week, but that's okay. I have a plan, and I'll share that in my plans. So first up is Summer Quakers. So this is by Rosewood Manor. Rosewood Manor is the Focus on a Designer through Garan and the 614 Stitcher. They're focusing on a designer for each month, and I'm joining in when I can. So this month is Rosewood Manor. And this is also one of my WIP Go calls. So my goal on this piece overall for the whole year is just the WIP Go, basically 48 hours. So it's 12 hours each time it's on my WIP Go board, and it's on my WIP Go board 4 times. So I am using the called for Valdani threads and the called for, this is Truffle 28 count by Picture This Plus. I'm trying to think where I stitched last time. I know I did this motif, and I worked over here on this motif. So there's a basket down here, which I haven't completed yet. So this is page 3. So once I finish this basket, I'll be pretty much done with page 3 and able to move on to page 4. So that is where I'm at on Summer Quakers. Yeah, I love the colors on this one, and the fabric is just beautiful. I think it works so well together. I think it's just really, really pretty. And I love the progress I'm making on this one. So that is Summer Quakers. Next up, we have Autumn Quakers. So Autumn Quakers, my goal is to finish it. Sorry, everything's falling off my, something just fell down. I'll get it later. Autumn Quakers, also by Rosewood Manor. I am doing a 12-hour rotation on this every month until I get it done. My goal is to finish it this year. I am starting on page 3. Or I'm sorry, 4. This is page 4, so I have 1 through 3 at the top row done. And I'm starting down here, and I'm over here on page 3. So I started on the birds and these motifs, which you'll see here in just a minute. And I have it off the Q snaps for you to take a look at. And this is also using the called for Valdanis, and it's stitched on 28 count doubloon by Picture This Plus as well, which is the called for. Okay, let me show you how it's shaping up. So this is where we're at. This is how it looks. Pages 1 through 3 are completely done. And then let me show you a close-up of what I worked on this week. So I carried this down. This motif was started on the page above, so I carried it down and finished that motif. I did this little leaf. I did this motif, and then I started in on this bigger one. So there's a lot of fill-in yet to do in here, but the birds are done. This motif is done and all that. So this is going to be put away until next month, which is not that long, not that far off. But I thought it would be fun for us to look at it off the Q snaps. Because I don't always take it off the Q snaps, although I should probably press it. I don't know. That blank spot that you see right up here is for the date. The date that is supposed to, the year you put in, the year that you finish it. And I'm pretty confident I'll get it done this year, but just in case something happens. So that's where we're at with Autumn Quakers. All right. So next we have Cardinal Cottage, which is one of my Hades. This is artwork is by Donna Gelsinger, and it's charted by Hade. This is what it will look like when it's done. I'm up here in this corner where it's hard to really tell if it looks like anything. This is a huge piece because not only is it a Hade, but I am stitching it on 18 count Ada. So here is where I got to. Did I write down the number of stitches? I don't think I did. No. I think I got like 300, a little over 300 stitches, and I mostly worked in this area here. So we're kind of getting that winter evening sky look coming through. So that is where I'm at with Cardinal Cottage. And this one I'm planning on just working 3 hours, so basically one evening a month for this year. But I am really enjoying this one, and I'm enjoying my other Hade as well. So I really think, I know 18 count, so I stitched over 1, obviously, and I like using 2 threads. Here's another example of a mini bag from Garan. So that is Cardinal Cottage. So that will go away until April. That's all I got stitched on this week. It doesn't seem like a whole lot. So you might be thinking you're missing something because I was going to start spring montage with Stitching Mommy, Sarah. Spring Montage by Janet Stever, and this is from Pain Free Crafts. It's Paine. This is what it will look like. I meant to start it Friday night, but I was out drinking wine. And I meant to continue working on it last night, but I was out having dinner with friends. So I'm going to start it today. I still would like to get 2 evenings worth of work on this piece this month. So this is kind of moving into plans, I guess. Let's do plans and then let's do haul. So I'm going to work on this today and tomorrow, I think. I think with Spring Quakers, originally I was going to work on it every Sunday for the focus on a designer, but it was also called for my WIPGO. WIPGO, I think I have enough hours. I think I wasn't going to double dip on those two, essentially. I think now I am. The last 2 Sundays of this month, I think I'm going to just double dip so that I can fit in this piece because I really want to work on this and give it a couple of days. So I'm going to be working on this, and Summer Quakers is going to go away now until it's called again on WIPGO. So that's the decision I have made, but I have my WIPGO goal for the month is met anyway. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to work on Spring Montage. Also on the docket this week is Autumn at Hawthorne Hollow. It's time to pull this out. This is by Carriage House Samplings. The goal is to finish it this year. I am still on block 3, but it's the 3rd month of the year, so hopefully we'll get it done. I think we will. I think we'll take another look at this, but I think it will get a bit easier. I mean, there's still a lot of stitching. There's no way around it. There's still a lot of stitching in these. So I have to finish this barn and the roof, like this side of the barn, the roof, and then there's all these trees floating in the air. So I'd like to finish that this month, which means we have 11 days to finish that. Okay, so that's where we're at on Autumn at Hawthorne Hollow. Now, I was getting really nervous because this block has taken me a very long time. But I feel like if you look at it, like this one, yes, there's still a lot of stitching down here, but it gets a little bit less intense. This one, yeah, the pig is a lot, but then there's a lot of words and some smaller motifs. Like most of these after that one, like that's a big house, but like it's just words there. There's no background filled in. So if you look at a lot of these, maybe a couple will be a lot. Like this one is a lot of stitching. Like that turkey's going to be a lot, but then there's a lot of words around it. So I think this one, I think these first 3 have so much more stitching in than like if you look at the other ones. Sure, there'll be parts that are a lot, but I think the other ones will go faster than especially like this one is going. So I'm still keeping my hopes up that I'm going to finish it this year. I'm also going to start, my birthday start for this month will be Alpine Garden. It's my first chatelaine start, so I need to get that prepared. I'll throw in a picture here for you to take a look at what Alpine Garden will look like. So I'm excited about starting that. I'm going to pull out my lap stand and get that basted onto the lap stand and all of that. It'll be my first time basting anything on a lap stand. So I am kind of nervous because I'm like, does it have to be perfectly straight? What if I get it a little bit crooked? Like, I'm just nervous about it. So let me know if you have any tips for me about basting onto a lap stand. And then I'm going to start Dreaming of Daisies this week as well. That's Rosewood Manor, and I forgot to bring it down. I think it's kitted up upstairs. It's a Rosewood Manor, so it fits with the focus on a designer to start another Rosewood Manor. So I'll be starting that. I have the chart. I have all the threads, so I'm excited about getting just like, I don't know, a day or so, a few hours, couple hours in, something like that. And then starting tomorrow for the Magazine Monthly Challenge, we are starting a Spring into Action pop-up challenge. So you pick up your whip that is closest to a finish. Mine is Carolyn and her cats, which I showed last week. Again, I forgot to pull it down to show you this week, but all I have to finish is the outside border and then it's done. So I'm going to try to fit that in. The goal is to do 5 hours of 500 stitches on your whip closest to a finish. Even if you only do one whip at a time and you just started a new one, or if Karen said, I have a Hade on page 4 out of 100, like if that's the piece you're working on, that's still your piece that's closest to a finish. So even if it feels like, well, I'm not close to a finish, but you have a piece that is closest to the finish, even if it feels like the finish is far away. So I encourage you to join us over at the Magazine Monthly Challenge. It starts tomorrow. You have the whole week to to join us and get your 5 hours or 500 stitches in. If you finish your piece before you get to 5 hours or 500 stitches, then you go to your next piece that's next closest to a finish to finish out your 5 hours or 500 stitches. So I think it'll be really fun. Maybe we'll get some finishes in this week, and if not finished, that's perfectly fine. You'll just get some good progress on the piece. We are going to be doing a giveaway as well for those who participate. You do not have to have a finish in order to participate. You just have to participate in the challenge, show your starting point and your ending point. So don't worry if you're like, oh, I'm not going to finish anything in 5 hours. So please join us over at Magazine Monthly Challenge. You do need to join, and please make sure that you answer the questions. We've had a big uptick in spam accounts or bot accounts who have been trying to join lately. So we do look at your answers. We don't care what your answers are. Like, there's not like a secret, you have to answer this in the way we think you are. We just need to know that, do you know enough about stitching that you're not a bot, that we can tell you're not a bot. Even if you're brand new to stitching, that's perfectly okay. If you say something like, I'm brand new to stitching, but I saw this on a Flosstube. Well, not everybody knows the word. A bot isn't going to necessarily know the word Flosstube, right? So we know that you're a legitimate person. Sometimes I also look to see if we have groups in common. If you have friends that are in the group, things like that we look for to make sure that you're a real human. So do join us. It's a really fun group, and we will be having our next Zoom call next Saturday morning. So that will be super fun as well. Okay, so let's do haul now. So I did that a little bit out of order, but those are the things I'll be working on for next week. But let's do haul. First of all, I have some, it's not really stitchy kindness. It's just super kindness, birthday kindness, I guess. So this is from my dear friend Anne, who is in our group. She's in the Caesar Stitch group. She's in the Magazine Monthly Challenge group. She always comments. She's been with me, I think, from the very beginning. And she's also good friends with Jan. They go way back to like college days. But Anne sent me this beautiful card with these lovely daisies, this birthday card, and a lovely message inside. I love those daisies. And then she sent, I squealed. I don't have anything like this. This beautiful hand towel, which I need spring hand towels, with daisies on it. I think I love it. This just means so much to me, Anne. So thank you so much. It was such a beautiful surprise package to come in the mail. And look how the card goes with the towel so well. So Anne, thank you so much. I will think of you every time I look at this. So that was my stitchy kindness from Anne. And then, okay, so Acorns. I went back to Acorns. I still haven't quite figured out if I'm allowed to purchase items while I'm working there, like at the end of the day, or if it's slow and there's no customers to help. Nobody did it last Saturday, so I was like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'll just come back another day. That's how they get you, right? So because when you're working there, you do see a lot of things that you want. So I went back, but the main reason why I actually went back to Acorns is because I took 3 pieces in to get framing. I've never gotten professional framing done yet. So this is my first time picking out frames and all that. So I took the You Are Amazing, the llama piece. I took that in to get framed. That's a Stony Creek. I finished it relatively recently. And then I took 2 Easter pieces. I can't remember, what is it called? Easter Parade by Blackbird Designs. I finished it last year. I should have taken them in a little earlier because they said it could take like about 6 weeks to get the frame pieces back. So I might not have it in time for Easter this year, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. That's my fault because they've been done for a year and they've just been saying like, oh, I'll get it later. And now it's like, oh, well, okay, maybe I missed Easter again this year, but that's okay. We picked out great frames. I'm really excited to see my first kind of really framed pieces. So that will be really, really fun to see. And of course, I'll show them to you when I get them back from the framer at Acorn. So Acorns does framing. They don't do mats or glass. So that's just a thing to keep in mind if you want to use them for framing. So, which is perfect for these pieces. Okay, so I had ordered this in January. Acorns had their Acorns Gathering. And Janine, the owner of Acorns and Threads, my boss, I love it. I work at Acorns now. She gave us a tour. It was a virtual event. And so she gave us a tour of the shop, which was so helpful, even though I shopped there. Now I work there, but it was really helpful. And so a lot of people were seeing some pieces and ordering them. And so this is one of the pieces that I saw. This is not necessarily, I don't know how new it is. If I can see a date. I don't really see a date on here. I mean, it's not like a market release or anything like that. But this is called O Tannenbaum by Brenda Gervais. And they, so I ordered it after they showed it on the Acorn Gatherings. I had the tray was in stock. So I got that back in January or February, but the chart they had to order it because it was out of stock. So, this has been waiting for me at Acorns, and I finally went in and got it. I think it's so pretty. Just like, I love that light kind of Scandinavian style, the wood. You do stain it, yourself. And I just think it's really cute. And I think each of these pieces, I mean, there's a lot of stitching in some of them, but I feel like these will, be relatively quick to stitch up. Now, the only thing I saw is that the called for is 36 count legacy linen by Picture This Plus. And we already know I have trouble with 36 count, and Picture This Plus is really tight. So it's going to be even smaller. I don't know that I will use, but you kind of have to use it in order to make it fit into these squares. So I don't know if I could find like a looser weave of 36 count and try to figure it out. And this is like a lighter fabric than the one that I tried using, which was that really pretty Aztec red, which I didn't realize when I ordered it. So I really want to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So if anyone has any tips for me, please let me know. Okay, so that's O Tannenbaum. And then this is the market release that I did get that from Acorns, called Let Love Rain. This is by Teresa Kogut. It's the booklet. There are 3 charts in here. Here's one of them, a little pillow that says, "You'll never know, dear, how much I love you." Here's another one that says, "If you want to change the world, go home and love your family." That's a quote by Mother Teresa. And then let's see, I need a piece of paper to cover this up. Here is the main Let Love Rain. It's a little dark. There we go. I just think the colors are really pretty. And the quote says, "Let love reign in your heart and home." And I think that's just really pretty and nice. So I don't have plans to stitch this immediately, but I would like to have it. And now I do. So that's great. So I got that. And then this is one that when I was last Saturday walking around, making sure, tidying things up around the store, I saw this. And I wanted to get it. It's called Celebrate Sampler. It's by Victoria Sampler. It's a birthday one. And of course, I'm thinking of it like because my birthday's coming up, but also like if you have a friend over or something like that, you're cooking them dinner for their birthday or something like that. I just thought it was a really sweet piece. And you can even pull out some of the, like you could just pull out this top piece and stitch them a card or a little pillow. I think this is really cute, this happy birthday. I think it's really pretty. They had 2 there. They had this one, and then they had one with the thread pack. Now, all the other ones I did buy the thread pack for. This one I didn't, because it's such a very specific piece. So I'm just going to use what I have at home, look in my stash. I don't know when I'm going to start this, but I think it's really cute. And like I said, you can easily pull out different motifs to mix and match and make up your own piece. There is this down here. It says 20. I don't know if that's supposed to be the year you finish it or if that's like for somebody's 20th birthday. I don't know. I'm not really clear. I don't want to put a number in there. I might put something like another heart or find a small flower or something to put in that little ring there. Or I think even if you leave it blank, it would look cute. Or maybe a charm, like a little birthday charm of some sort. It would look really pretty in there. But I'm not going to put a number in there because I'm not really sure what the number stands for. But it's called Celebrate Sampler, and I thought it was really cute and fun. So I picked up that as well. So I I think that's everything I have. So just 3 charts is completely reasonable. My pre-order from Garan is still coming. I ordered some Fortnite fabric, and so they are waiting to get the Fortnite fabric from them before they ship out my order. So that is what we are waiting on there. And I think that's everything I have because I already did plans. So you know what I'll be working on coming up here. And I hope you all have a wonderful break. If you're on spring break this week, have a wonderful time. It's spring today in the Northern Hemisphere. So happy spring if you're celebrating spring. Happy fall, first day of fall if you are celebrating the first day of fall. While I'm ready for spring colors, you know I'm not a spring or summer person. I much prefer fall and winter, so I'm a little jealous of the people. Like if I could live part of the year in the Northern Hemisphere and then move and live the other part of the year in the Southern Hemisphere and then just have fall and winter year round, that would be awesome. But I can't because I have 2 dream jobs that I'm currently working here in the Northern Hemisphere. So I guess I'll accept spring and summer. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. I should be back on Saturday. Bye, everyone.